Hey, hey, how are you? Welcome. This is the surface from my September craft box. And this post has been a long time coming. I have had many difficulties getting to this point today, but I'm here. So I decided last night that I was going to take the day off today. So here I am during the day. I hope you can come join me. So that we can put this together. I do still intend to do a live tonight too. Hi Shirley, hi Stephanie, hey Deborah. Let me just write this here. Oh gosh. Hi Lisa, what's going on y'all? Thanks for joining me. I know I'm way early by about, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours. But hopefully you can come hang out for a little while. So in the craft box, you will get pretty much everything that you need besides a glue gun or a glue. And, okay, I can open this, that'd be good. And a couple of little zip ties for your bow. Okay, I didn't include those because I didn't think about it when I first put it together. So hopefully you have something that you can put your bow together. Even some jute or wire works fine too. Okay, so you get one of these little foam brushes. Okay, and we're just going to do this. You also get white paint and black paint. Okay, if you want a different color, feel free to do a different color. You also get ribbon, you get some beads, and a little bit of greenery to tie this baby all together. So come hang out. You can comment the word September to get the link to get all the stuff that you need for this project. The cost includes shipping as well. Okay, so you don't even have to pay extra for shipping on it. Hi Brony, how are you? Isn't it great? It's in my shop, in my Etsy. You can comment September and get the link to my Etsy shop to go grab it. I love this shirt, and I especially love these t-shirts that I have in my shop because they are super long, y'all. I am a very tall person, and Deborah, I think you might appreciate that too. Women's shirts are always too short on me. Even if they fit right in the store, they usually end up shrinking up and being too short, and that is very aggravating as a long torsoed person. I don't feel like I have a extremely long torso. I used to know this girl. I don't even remember her name. All I remember about her is that she had an extremely long torso and it was awkward how long it is. So, I mean, I get it. I do not have like, I don't think one that's like super, weirdly, grotesquely long or anything, but I have the hardest time because I'm tall. Same with pants, y'all. Can't seem to find a pair that's not either too long or too short. I feel like the, like Goldilocks, too hot, too cold, not cold enough. Nothing quite fits me just right. So I love these shirts for that purpose, and they fit true to size. So whatever your size is the size that you should order, and they're great. I love them. I have a ton of them now. I'm about to go order me some more of different designs. I really need to put together some new designs too. Haven't done that lately. Just because, y'all, life has been nuts lately. This new job that I got. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Kathy. How are you, loves? Okay, just painted this part white. This is shiplap. It does have scored lines for the shiplap. I'm going to go ahead and paint this other little piece up for the top white as well, but we're gonna kind of distress it with black just so it's not too white. We can't. What's farmhouse fall decor without a little distressing, right? Okay, so yeah, comment the word September. You'll get the link to get this craft box, and I think y'all are gonna love it. I'm really excited about this one. I really love this one. Okay, so I think I'm good to go here. Now, I didn't do a perfect paint job on this, and that's totally fine. I'm going to go over it with black anyways to distress it, so I think I'm probably not going to use more than one layer of white on that. I know. So I took the day off today, Lori. You should be proud of me. I am exhausted. Okay, I wanted to sleep in today, and I didn't have. I checked my phone last night, and I noticed that I did not have any meetings today that I had needed to attend. Yeah, I'm excited for you too, Kathy. I hope it showed up okay. I got some new boxes for these to pack them in so that you can make sure that they stay perfectly intact. You also get 4 little beads too with this, okay? Yeah, so the thing is that over Labor Day, you know, we went out of town we were in Alabama in Gulf Shores, and I ended up having to come back and get dropped off at work on Labor Day. And so I was supposed to be off the next day after Labor Day as well. So my boss told me at the time, if you are able to come to these meetings and work your schedule like that, then you can take 2 random days. So I think I might do this next Friday too. And to be real honest with you, I'm tempted to see how many vacation days left I have left, and maybe start doing that for the rest of the year. Because I get 6 weeks of vacation, y'all, and I cannot spend it. Okay? And if I can be off every Friday, that is a score. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I hope it didn't make a mess, Kathy. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. I will make sure and package them different. I'm so sorry about that. Oh gosh. So anywho, yeah, apparently working on my packaging, but I'll get that situated. I am so sorry about that. Yeah, I am a big fan of 3-day weekends, and I used to work for this company forever ago now, that they did. So I've done 2 different types of schedules, which were really cool. One of them was 980, where you do 5 days one week and 4 days the next, and you have 9 days to get 80 hours. And y'all, that is awesome because you always get a Friday off. Every 2 weeks you get a Friday off, which is amazing. Then you can schedule appointments and stuff. Okay, so there's the words. It says gather, and I don't know, there's like a line in the, let me see. That's weird. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but there's a line across the screen, like right there. So anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. Hopefully y'all can still see me just fine. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if y'all can see it either, but there's a weird line. All right, so I think we're good here. Okay, now let me pull this back over. And I think I closed up my black too soon, but I'm going to just use my sponge, and I'm going to kind of add a little bit of black all the way along these lines and all the way across. Now, I am leaving a little bit of, I don't know, these sponges kind of like shed a little bit, as you can see, but that's okay. We're going to sand this just a little bit too, to make sure that we don't have any like high spots, I guess is the right term. I don't know what the term is. But this almost looks like wood grain. I'm liking this effect, y'all. Give that a try with your makeup sponges, okay? So super easy, and looks up close, it looks like wood grain. That's pretty neat. I wasn't sure what to expect with that, but yes, this shirt is in my shop, Lori. Thank you. I'm glad you like this one. I love this one too. My friend, the one that does all the crochet work, Maisie, she helped me pick out a bunch of designs because I don't know what people like, okay? It's hard for me to know what people are gonna like. So look at that. That's a nice, I kind of grayed it out a little bit just so that it gives a little bit of a different color on this white, on the white background. Okay, so Let me move this. So yeah, Maisie picked this one out, the design. So thankful for her. She picked out the majority of the stuff that I have in my shop for the t-shirt designs because I'm like, help me. And so every time I make a sale, I'm like, oh, when are your designs sold? Which are all of them. But I do love them a lot. Okay, so I just took this 220 grit sanding block and just hit this lightly with it so that it kind of just smooths it down a little bit. We're not going to use any transfers or anything on here. We're just going to leave it like it is. And so just so you know, let me just double check. Yeah, so this thing, if you notice the holes are kind of at the bottom part, that's because they line up. Okay, so make sure that you, whenever you go to put that on there, that it's the correct way. So I have my hot glue gun already ready to go. And I'm just going to give myself a generous amount of glue on here. Now you could use hot glue. You could use hot glue and E6000 or whatever. Especially if you're going to hang this on your front door, highly recommend that you use E6000 and in addition to hot glue, because if the sun is beating on that door, it's going to melt the hot glue. Okay, so just keep that in mind. My door is not really, doesn't get sunny, and I'll probably end up hanging this inside around Thanksgiving. All right, so you also get 2 yards of ribbon. Okay, these are the 2 that I currently have with my with this. Okay, but I only have so much ribbon, and I didn't buy it like a ton of it. So if I run out, the ribbon might change, okay? But as of right now, these are the ribbons that I have in the bundle, okay? So just so you know. All right, I have a little bit of glob of paint on there, and I'm not trying to spread it everywhere. As usual, I'm spreading paint all over the place pretty much on a regular basis. All right, so I'm gonna measure this out, and I'm gonna cut 9-inch strips, okay? And I think I might need them to be a little bit longer than that actually, but I was hoping to get at least 3 or 4. So I might do, let's do 12, and we'll just do, cut this one in, y'all, I'm now yeah, we're gonna do 12-inch strips, okay? 3 12-inch strips of each of these. Now this one's gonna be, well, at least that's about 12, it's fine. Now this one, I'll do 3 12-inch strips on this one as well. And I do measure my ribbon whenever I cut it, so I make sure that you get a full yard. And maybe even a little bit more, to be honest, than a yard. But both of them are about a yard long. Yeah, it's slightly longer than a yard, but that's okay. So now I have 6 strips of ribbon. I'm going to take these and I'm just going to fold them over, and I'm going to bunch them, okay, like so, and hold them together. Now you could add more ribbon to these if you would like, to make your bow more full, to add more. I mean, you can add as much ribbon as you like, but I think this one will be a good mix, hopefully. And I have my little tiny one here. Put that right in there. It'll be fine. And one last one, just fold them in half, bunch them together, just like that, okay? So that you have like a little bouquet. And I use these little 4-inch zip ties. Hi, Mom, how are you? Comment the word September to get all the stuff to make this, okay? This is a my September craft box. You can comment September, and it comes with everything that you need, okay? You don't need anything except for, you might need a zip tie if you want one, or some floral wire or something to attach this bow to itself, okay? But beyond that, you should have everything that you need in the package. All right, so I got that really nice and tight. I'm just going to take my little wire cutters and cut that off. And then I'm going to flatten out Oh man. And I also didn't cut my ribbon. Y'all, what am I doing here? Ooh, you know what I saw recently? Is doing a cut edge differently than that. And I think they just like cut it diagonally. I don't love it. I thought I was gonna like it a lot more. I need to go back and watch some videos on different tails for ribbon. Y'all probably know better than I do. I don't know anything whenever it comes to bows, hardly. Okay, I see one that I like. I try to learn it. I know about 3 different bows. Hi, Alma. How are you, love? Welcome. This is my September craft box. Hi, Rainy. How are you? Thanks for joining me. I took the day off today, so I figured I'd do a live during the day of my craft box, and then tonight, I'm hoping that I'm going to have my new stuff from the launch here, at least transfers. I won't have surfaces yet, but all of the transfers that I ordered are supposed to be delivered today, hopefully. Okay, so now I'm just going to take these tails and I'm going to flatten them all the way around, and I'm going to turn them up so that I've got the print side up and a flat bottom, okay? So just like that, then it'll sit, and then you can poof out your top of your bow, okay? Now, you might even want to do longer tails than this if you want, or a different kind of bow entirely. It's totally, uh-oh. I missed trimming these two. Totally up to you. I did 3 12-inch strips of each. You get 2 yards of ribbon, which I think is plenty to make a nice bow, okay? And I'm just trying to pull that, and that's what I love about using the zip ties, is that you can really yank these apart and it's not going anywhere. Good. Glad you took the day off too. I decided late last night, and I scheduled a text message to my boss for this morning and said, don't expect me tomorrow because I'm off. Okay, now we can continue on. So let's put all of this together now. So this is a really cool little piece. I really like this. And my thoughts were for it to go like that, okay? And again, I'm gonna use, where am I? Let's see. I have my tacky glue. Now you will need some of that also to put this together, or some kind of thinner glue. I would not use hot glue on this part because this thing is so thin, you're gonna end up having hot glue squirting out everywhere, okay? All right, see if we can get some of this tacky glue on here. And I'm just gonna go all the way around on the entire, all of the 3 little parts of this, and put glue on the whole thing. Okay, I want it to stick really nicely and not come flying off of this thing, which I have had. I've had stuff come off, not like from regular use, like on my door, but whenever we were moving, my front door was closing and opening so many times in a row that the movers knocked my thing off the wall. And it was like, because it was one of those interchangeable signs, I mean, it was no fault really of anybody except for just force, right? Of the door opening and closing repeatedly over and over again. Yeah, I love this glue too, and it's great because it dries clear, and I'm a messy gluer, so that's helpful for me. Darn it, I wanted that to be a little bit lower, but that's okay. So I really wanted it to be down some, but that's, let me see if I can turn it. turning it, y'all, I just consistently mess up things that I do, okay? That's me all the time. Okay, now I am going to use hot glue on this. I'm just going to be careful and try to not use a ton so that it won't seep out. And I don't like using hot glue on words because you end up getting little strings and it just looks messy. But this is for me, unless if I have someone come to my house and they're like, oh, I have to have that, then they can take it. But I'm constantly like, please take some of this stuff. I actually considered whenever we went on vacation recently, bringing stuff like from my craft room, stuff that I've made, and bringing a big box of it and telling everyone, if y'all don't take this, I'm taking it to the nearest Goodwill. Okay. So next, what I'm going to do is I have this greenery that also comes in the package. I'm going to actually tie this to, I'm going to try to tie this together with another one of these little 4-inch. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just came up with this right now on the spot. Okay, here we go. Right together like that, just so that it's not, I'm not trying to glue them down separately, and that's just aggravating, right? So trim that little tail again. And then the thought here is that I wanted this to be, oh, okay, well, oh, I see. I'm gonna pull that one off because it seems to be kind of haywire. Okay. In this opening is where I wanted this to be, and then my bow sitting over it to cover up the center part. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here, and then I'll place it and then glue again, okay? Now you could definitely, I don't know where my staple gun is. I have one around here somewhere. You could use a staple gun, make your life about 1,000,000 times easier. Just staple it on here. But you need shorter staples because this wood is only 1/8 of an inch thick, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you want to do that, you can, but I cannot guarantee that it's not going to go straight through it. You might want smaller staples, but up to you. All right, now I have my little bow here that we made, and I just want to, we're going to put that right down in the center. And let me try to flatten this out just a bit. Twist that around so that you have as flat as possible bottom. Okay, so flatten out that bottom and then glue, glue, glue. Okay, most important part. And again, you could staple around it if you wanted to. Totally up to you how you want to attach this thing. Now I'm gonna come in on the edges and see if I can't add a little more glue here just to reinforce this whole thing. Now, as you can see, I'm just smashing the crud out of my bow. Okay, just smashing it down, no big deal. This is wired ribbon, it will be fine. We're going to poof it right back up here right now. Okay, so poof it up. And there you have it. Okay, hopefully that is secure. I don't know that I necessarily trust it yet. So I'm gonna just go in and add, you know, I'm a fan of more glue is gonna give you better results. I don't know if that's actually the case. Just scorched one of my fingertips off, so that's fun. All right, now let's see if we can continue on here. Now, I didn't mean for that to be so high along the gather, but You know, I'm not good at this. I try to keep telling y'all, but you don't believe me. Okay, so now you will also get 2 of these little skewers. Okay, I don't know that we'll even need that long of a skewer, but here's my thoughts. Okay, I want to cut that off, and we're going to attach our little beads right onto the end of it. Just by putting a little bit of glue in there. And I'm just leaving them, now you could paint them or whatever you want, okay? I'm leaving them completely bare naked because I saw this already and I loved that the girl did this, so I stole this idea from her. Okay, this is not an original idea. Once again, as is my usual, just taking ideas I see on the internet and running with them. Okay, now I'm gonna put that in there just like that. I did not go past the stick. Now you could push it past the stick if you want to, but these sticks are a little bit small. Okay, they are not, they don't like fit snugly in there. Now, whenever I first put all this project together, I promise you, I in my mind, I had sticks that these slid on and they fit just perfectly snug, like a bug in a rug, okay? But whenever I went to go put together this first one for myself to take with me to Alabama, I shoved one of these on a stick and I'm like, hold up, that doesn't fit. So I don't know, maybe I was imagining it. I don't know, okay? But maybe I've lost it and I'm just crazy as ever, okay? Crazy as a loon. That's probably more accurate, to be honest with you. But these fit good. They are not tight though, so just keep that in mind. You will have to glue it. Now, there's our little sticks, and here's my thoughts on this, okay? I want to cut this a little bit more, I think. Not too much, but the intention is for them to be part of this arrangement, okay? So, just like that. Now, I gave you 4 of them, so you can do what you want with them. But I'm gonna shove those in there, and then I'm gonna add more glue. And see, I'm just crushing my bow, my poor bow. And I mean, you could have them sticking out further if you want. However you want to do it. Okay. Hi, Heather. Thank you. It's in my shop. You can comment September to go get it for yourself. It is in my Etsy shop. If you get over there, all you got to do is search for Y'all Need Jesus, and you'll see it there. Okay. All right. Trim this one down also. And stick it on the side. Now, I am going to reinforce these with some glue, okay? I'm not going to just let them sit there. Now, I did shove them into the wet glue that I had in there already, but, you know, we've got to make sure that they're going to stick around for a little while, literally. So, just going to throw some more glue in there and hope for the best. I'm glad you like it, Lori. Thank you. Yeah, I like this project too. I've been real excited to do it. And then I had big plans for while I was on vacation, and it just didn't pan out for me to do lives while we were there. And then last week was terrible in Atlanta. You know, I usually do go live for my hotels whenever I'm traveling for work, but y'all, I had like hell week last week. I mean, I just, being real, it was terrible. So I was so tired and just plain exhausted the whole time. All right, so there's that so far. All right, now we need a hanger, obviously. As you can see, it is lacking a hanger. So you get a piece of leather, okay? And the length might be a little bit shorter than this. On the one that you get, it may be a little longer. I have strips of these. I do trim them if they're too long, but here's my thoughts, is that I'm gonna hang it to the back. I was thinking that these holes were a little smaller. I didn't realize they were quite so big, but that's okay. I'm just gonna tie a knot, and it's just a single knot, nothing fancy, okay? Now it's just gonna pull right through that hole, okay? So I'm definitely gonna have to glue this down in the back. Isn't it so pretty? I'm glad you like it, Deborah, thank you. All right, now I'm gonna tie my knot again back here. Just like that. Now this thing does not have to be super long for it to hang perfectly, okay? But as you can see, these holes are humongous. So we're gonna need to help it out just a little bit. So let me get my this handy dandy ribbon that I just keep in my desk that I cut up into strips and never did use for what I intended for to be for. So I'm just going to add some glue back here and take my little ribbon strip and secure that right there, okay? Now, I do use Gorilla Glue, hot glue. Love this stuff. I used to just buy the hot glue at Dollar Tree and not worry about it, but now I order this stuff on Amazon like it's going out of style. And it is it's good. Okay, it's not so stringy. The Dollar Tree glue is really, really stringy. Okay, if you think this stuff is, you should try the Dollar Tree glue, and then you'll be like, oh no. Hi Elizabeth, how are you? Okay, let me just trim that off a little bit. And then same thing over here, just a couple of nice healthy squirts of glue. And then right down she goes, all right? And then we'll get the ends. Just kind of helps, I feel like it helps hold it more secure. I don't know if that actually is true or not, but I feel like it does. I don't know. Okay, so there is our final, this is the September craft box, by the way, that you can get only in my shop, okay, with all the goodies that go with it. But tell me that you love this, and again, you can comment the word September to get all the stuff to make this beautiful sign. And I love you all so much. I will see you all just in a little while later tonight. Make sure that you've signed up for notifications so that you know whenever I'm going live. And I will see you all very soon, okay? Love y'all. Have a good night. Or day, I guess it is. See ya.